This is Kathy, Crowder's Mountain, North Carolina. Bar and Quilts by Mountain Visions. Look what we're going to paint today. Well, actually, we're going to draw the pattern today. I've already painted it. Alright. I hope you enjoy this. It's just a simple heart. And it's just really a beginner pattern. You can do this and have fun. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so we're not going to be painting this one today, but I'm going to show you how to draw off the pattern. Now this one I've had for a couple of years, so as far as the paint goes, I just used what I had at the time, and it's just different shades of pink and red, and you could do it the way you want to do it. If I was painting this one again, I believe I would use different shades along the edges instead of that very light pink, because you can see, now this is white, but that very light pink doesn't show up very well when you're looking at the barn quilt from a distance. It blends in with the white too much, I think. So anyway, you can do it your way. Paint it with whatever colors you have. Now, for the borders, I'll show you how I did that too. And you can make a double border, or let's see if I can get it out a little bit. There you go. You can make a double border or just a solid border all the way around. You could actually put small hearts up there if you wanted to. But I'll just show you how I did this one. And I also have another video, it's called Swoony Heart, that I put up last year, and people really like that pattern. So I sold, I don't know how many of those. So since that one's already up, I just wanted to give you something different. So let's get started drawing the pattern. Okay, for this pattern, I'm leaving a 2-inch border on each side. And I need 4 blocks. So if you did not want a border, just divide 4 into the width of your board, like 4 into 24. So your 4 blocks would be 6 inches wide. I am going to put a 2-inch border on each side. So that's going to be 4 inches that I'm taking away from my 24. And this is a 24 pattern that I'm showing you, 24 inch. So that left me with 20 inches, and I divided 4 into that, so my blocks are going to be 5 inches wide. So I'm just going to draw, I'm drawing a grid, which you don't have to if you don't want to, but I always tell you this is the way I do it. That's all I can tell you. Okay. So I'm marking off my 2 inches on each side. And so then I'm going to have 5 inches. So I'll mark it at 7 and 12 and 17 and 22. So I got 2 inches here, so I marked it at 2. Can you see that? I marked it at 2. 7, 12, 17, and 22. And when I marked it at 22, that left me 2 inches on this side. So I'm going to do that all the way around, and then I'm going to connect my lines. I just flipped that board over so I'd have something to draw on, something solid to make this pattern. 2, 7, 12, 17, and 22. Get that straight. Want no crooked heart. Y'all probably know people with crooked hearts. Alright, 2, 7, 12, 17, and 22. Now I'm just going to start connecting my lines. And for you folks who already know how to do this part, you can just fast forward it. I can't wait till it gets warm weather. When we moved here, there's a great old big picnic table that the guy made. He welded it like wagon wheels together, and it's really pretty. It sits down near the lake, and it's down kind of in a little hole. And so I'm going to try to get somebody, I got these grandsons, you know, to lift it up and bring it up here and closer to the house. And that's what I want to start when I'm painting my barn quilts and drawing patterns. I'd like to do it outside like that. I just think that'd be fun. And I could be outside too. Sometimes if I stay down here in the basement too much, I feel like I'm missing the outdoors. I don't like that. Alright, you see I just connecting all my lines. And again, you're going to be drawing with your heat erasable pens or a pencil or a color pencil, whatever you do, whatever you use. That's what you're going to do. All right, let me get this back down here so you can see it all. All right, so we've got our grid. And now I'm going to use my red to draw the heart. And you know how I do. I take it one block at a time. So here's our border. See, here's our border. And the way I did that border, I divided this in half, and I just had a 1 inch. I had white and red for my border. So all I did was divide that in half. You want me to go ahead and do that? Let me get that red back. Now, I didn't do that last block. My corners, I wanted solid. But on my edges, I wanted white and then red. Well, these blocks are 2 inches, so I'm dividing, not perfect, but you would just, your lines would be 1 inch. Well, if I could keep my roller straight. Good grief. Alright, there you go. I'll show you this part again when I get finished with the pattern so you can see what I did. But I'm just dividing that, all four sides, I'm just dividing it in half. So that would be 1 inch, each of those lines. Alright, now, get to drawing this heart. Alright, this block, there's nothing there. But on the second block, the first line, we're going to draw a line dividing it in half. Just like that. So it's down and then up. Alright, back to our second line. We're dividing that one in half as well. And we're dividing this one. We're dividing this one. So you have to, I'm not good at explaining up and down, left to right. So I went top left, bottom right, top left. And then here, I just went from the top left to the bottom right, top left, bottom right, bottom right, bottom left, top right, and the same way here. You can see what I'm doing. Alright, now the third row, you see how you could have drawn these lines all at one time. And once you do it one time, you'll be able to just say, well, I'm going to just draw that line all the way across those blocks. And you can do that. But the first one, just do it this way to kind of get the feel for it. Alright. And now that's the third one. And the fourth one, the first block on the fourth row, and we're going to come down on this one. See how those lines meet up? We're going to come down on that one. And then over here, come down again, and look at that. You got it drawn. Now, here is how you can keep up with where your color's supposed to be. Now, I could take colored pencils and draw this in for you. But I think once you take a snapshot of the original barn quilt, you won't need me to do that. So, here are your colors. The first block here, we're going to call 1. And go up to the second line, third block over, that's going to be 1. And third line all the way over here, yeah, that's 1. How's that? And then you're going to have 1 here and 1 here. So you've got 5 of the same color. And I use sort of a medium, well, maybe a dark pink on that one. But you can use it. You can do it the way you want to do it. Alright, now this one, I used a red. So we're going to call it 2. And there's no 2 on this row. But up here, this one is 2. And this one is 2. Alright. So you have 3 blocks that will be your second color. Alright. Now, for your third color, so it takes 5 colors within this heart. So for your third color, we have a 3 here and a 3 here. Also, there's not a 3 on the third row, but on the fourth row, that one and this one. See why you're going to want to take a snapshot of this one, screenshot. Alright, now let's do the fourth color. Alright, the fourth color is here. Back up on the third row now. Here, here, and here. So you have 4 of the fourth color. Then, I think you can see this color. Alright, now for our fifth color, now, so you pick the colors that you want. Just do them in this order, and the heart will come out right. It'll come out to be the different colors and in the right places. You won't have 2 that's touching each other. So that's the fifth color. That's the fifth one. This one and that one. So you see, I don't have any of the first color. I don't have any of that touching each other. Alright, now for the outside blocks here, I used the darkest red. And so this is what I did. And I left that white. So I just used the outside. That's my darkest color. And you could put, for your background color, if you had another color of pink, like a pale pink, just a tint of pink, you could use that, or you could use white. You know, your imagination. You use the colors that suit you. And you could even, instead of red here, you could put a dark gray and a light gray here and double your border up. But this one is just a simple heart. That's probably what I'll name the video, Simple Heart. Here you go. Let me turn this board over again. That thing's heavy. There you go. Alright. So it was number 3 that I said I believe I would do it a different color than what I've got it on here. So take a snapshot of that. There you go. And now take your snapshot of your pattern. And you're good to go. And remember, if you don't have 5 colors of red and pink, mix a little white in it. You can do that. It's your barn quilt. All right. So here you go. Now, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and click the bell for notification. And if you wouldn't mind letting it play all the way through, that would help me with my watch hours. And I'll keep showing you patterns as long as you guys want to see them. And oh yeah, I'll tell this again probably in another video. I may do it in every one of them at the start of it, I don't know. But anyway, I think I mentioned this before, that I'm not going to spend time painting my barn quilts on the video, because most of you guys just want the pattern. You already know how to paint it. You just want the pattern and move on and have your own fun. Well, that's what I'm going to do with my channel. I'm going to show you the board, show you the barn quilt that I drew and painted, and then I'll show you how I drew it on the pattern so that you can do that. Now, you don't have to have a piece of paper now. You can take your board and just draw this, take your snapshot and draw it directly onto your board. You don't have to put it on a piece of paper if you don't want to. But sometimes it does help to practice. I learned that the hard way. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm going to start doing just a tutorial on the wood, the boards, and show you different examples of what you could do. Then I may have one that's just about taping and different ways to cut the tape and different tapes that you could use. And one of my subscribers, and I just love this title, she said, I think that's a great idea. You would be doing master videos. So master videos is what I'm going to call them. So I'll say taping master video, paint master video, brushes master video. Just everything like that will be in one video. So if you're looking for how to tape a barn quilt, you won't have to go through all this to get to it. I hope that makes sense, and I hope y'all like that. And I'll just do an update like every year. Like this one will be 2023, so if I have changed the way, found some other way, or got a new tip or trick, I'll probably share it along the way, but I'll update each one of those videos every year, and as long as I've got a YouTube channel. But anyway, enjoy yourself and happy Valentine Day.